They say games are played on the field and not on paper, and that's a good thing. Because if this one were played on paper, it might get ugly, but you never know what's going to happen. Welcome to College Station, Texas. Kyle Field, over the 12th man, and the Texas A&M Aggies. As we'll see a squad from the Mountain West, the Utah State Aggies, taking on the 22nd ranked team in the land, the Texas A&M Aggies. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, here with David Pollack and Jesse Palmer. Guys, let's get this thing rolling. Utah State lined up, ready to deliver the opening kickoff. And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. So the Texas A&M Aggies offense will take the field first. If you look at this game on paper, it really shouldn't be much of a matchup. We have a high-powered offense against candidly an overmatched opponent, but hey, you never know. You got to line up and play the game.
On paper, this is a horrible matchup, but this game's not played on paper, right? Like, this defense, they're going to have to play their best game. They're going to have to play more consistent than they have. They haven't tackled well this season. They're going to have to play their best game against a great opponent, but we've seen upsets happen. They got to get some adrenaline, some emotion, something good to happen early.
I think it has to happen early, David, and then the question is, can they maintain that over the course of the entire game? Listen, it's college football. 18 to 22-year-olds, and maybe this offense just thinks they can come out here and roll their helmet out on the field, and that's going to get it done. We've seen crazy stuff happen, but no doubt, this defense has to play out of their minds today to have any shot.
Man, you see the wide receiver, he's got to push upfield, make it look like he's going deep, but does a really good job sitting down on that curl, catching the ball, and then as soon as you catch that thing on that curl route, get upfield, get positive yards. Nice route by that wide receiver.
The give to the back. Spins away from the defender. They can rely on this guy to pick up solid yardage when they need it, and he's out to the 43.
I know that wasn't a huge, sexy gain. I know not everybody's jumping up and down, but what it does do is put you in a great position to succeed on second down. 2nd and 10, really hard. 3rd and 10, really hard. Now you're in a manageable situation. It really gives you the whole playbook.
Quarterback on the keeper. Breaks into the open. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down. How about the wheels on this A&M quarterback channeling his inner John Football?
Man, John Football was as exciting as it gets, and college football took notice. The Aggies were talked about in the news all the time. They need that guy at that spot to return if they want to be a national championship contender again.
Fires to the big fella. He's all the way down to the 27-yard line, and they are threatening.
And this offense is just so dynamic because they've got playmakers at all the skill positions, right? We just saw a big play in the running game. Now we see one in the passing game. There's not one dude that you can key on here if you're on defense to try and slow them down.
The Aggies will snap it on 1st and 10. Looking to pass. It's Reed. Got it in the middle. It's Bussey. He hauled that one in and got it down to the 15-yard line.
And after giving up that completion, guys, I wonder if the defense is going to decide to stay in zone or maybe mix things up, a little more man coverage, maybe blitz.
On 1st and 10, trying to strike from the 15. Run in the red zone. It's Moss. Stopped at the 13-yard line as they try to turn this into points. Going to work in the red zone, they can't pick up the first down without getting it into the end zone. Motion from the wide receiver. Quick pass on the fly motion. And he's on his way. He'll go all the way. Touchdown, Aggies.
A lot of coaches talk about scripting the first series. You could tell the script reads, get that wide receiver the football because he can make plays. The quarterback, you could tell he has confidence in his guy. He finds him, and he does the rest.
the first score of the game. And the extra point makes it 7-0. They march 78 yards down the field, and they finish it by firing one in from the 13 for the score. They're set to kick it off, and this crowd now ready to get behind them. Fielded in the end zone, it's Starling. He gets it across the 25 to the 27 after bringing it out of the end zone. So Utah State's offense headed onto the field. Our first look at them today. As we take a quick look at the impact players for today's game, what players did you guys look to for motivation to make an impact during your playing days, Jesse?
Well, it was the guys we relied on each and every week. We came into the season expecting these types of guys to be our big...
There he goes! Great pickup as they'll keep this drive moving, and they've got it at the 45.
Not wasting any time. You just watch the opponent go down on their first drive and score a touchdown. So right away, you're aggressive. You're throwing the football on your first play of the game, and you're getting a nice completion. Really nice job.
After the big play to start, now they are on the move at their own 45. Looking for a physical attack from the gun. And he's knocked down, but there's also a flag that's been dropped. Let's check on the call. We'll repeat the previous down, but this time the offense has 10 more yards it has to cover. Looking for a man, it's Barnes. Fires to the right. It's complete. And they'll knock him down.
I like the decision by the quarterback here. Just get the ball out of your hands, get it to your playmaker. A lot of times he'll dance and make even bigger plays than he did here, but it was still a positive game.
And the Aggies can play this second down a lot of ways with just a few yards to go. Caught in the backfield, it's Lane. They bring him down, but not before he's able to pick up the first down.
Yeah, and tight ends aren't just line up and block guys anymore. These guys are athletes. You line them up all over the field, and nowadays you even start to feature them more and more in the passing game.
This crowd, full throat, splitting the eardrums and letting them know it's going to be a long day. From the shotgun, the handoff to the back. And they'll make the stop, and we are headed to the end of the first period. Texas A&M has the lead at the end of the quarter. We put one in the books. Let's have a look at our game summary. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. The Aggies trying to find their way forward after the big loss on the last play. They'll go to work in the air on second down. Catch in the middle, it's Davis. He's finally stopped, but not before he takes it into the red zone. They'll mark it at the 18.
Man, this offense is so dangerous, Reese. They've got dudes all over the field that can make plays. There's a big gainer in the pass game.
You get a chunk of yards like that, now the defense is really on its heels. Utah State comes to the line with a 1st and 10. He'll pull it on the read. And he's brought down after a nice gain.
This is an offense that can move the sticks in a whole lot of different ways. Now you're seeing it on the option here. Great job by the quarterback. Reading the defense, there's nobody there taking him, so he puts his foot in the ground, he gets upfield, and he's got really nice elusiveness once he's out in the open field. He shows you that on that explosive play, picking up the first.
Going for 6. Touchdown, Utah State. Fitted in the window for the score.
Well, the quarterback had the matchup he wanted. His big tight end with that wingspan working against that defender in the end zone. Man, that QB will take that matchup all day.
Extra point here will tie the game. And the extra point was good. And that extra point was good, and we're all tied up here in the second. They're getting set to kick it away, and that last score took a little oomph out of this crowd. On the move from inside his 5. He was looking for some running room, but not much to be found as he stopped at the 18. They'll start this drive from the 18-yard line. They'll try the run. Didn't find a lot of room. Let's give him 2 out to the 20.
Man, it's really hard to control the running game if you don't control the line of scrimmage. And how about the defensive line doing a great job attacking those guys up front, not open up lanes to run through. Nice job just nullifying that run altogether.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. And he was fortunate not to lose yardage on that play, able to wedge it back to the line of scrimmage.
Stopping the run is about physicality. It's about I'm bigger than you, I'm stronger than you up front. Really nice job by the defense, showing their strength, bowing up, stuffing the run.
Now facing a 3rd and long. Dropping back, it's Reed. Got it in the middle, it's Moss. That's not quite going to be enough as they stop him 4 yards short of the marker.
And that's why as a defense you want to set up 3rd and long situations. You just want to be able to keep the football in front of you. It's okay for that quarterback to hit the running back on that pass. Now you have all those bodies flying to the football and they're able to make a tackle.
Texas A&M will have to boot it away. This will be their first punt of the afternoon. Not going to risk a return here. Calls for the fair catch and makes it just around the 30-yard line. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. They'll start this drive going to the air. Got him downfield. Brought down at the 47, but not before he ripped off 15.
Really nice job by the quarterback understanding I needed to throw this ball hard. Like, I got to fit it in there tight. And a nice job by the wide receiver wearing it, because he really didn't have a choice, because he was going to wear that one regardless.
That last play is what you call a drive starter. They're out to the 47. It's first down. Looking to throw on first down. Can't find the man, and he'll be knocked down at the 40. The clock winds down to 2 minutes, and we will take a pause for the 2-minute timeout. And the Aggies have put themselves in dire straits after that last play. It's 2nd and a mile. Back to pass. And that's going to fall to the ground incomplete. That was a physical matchup there. 3rd down coming.
This offense really is putting themselves behind the 8 ball right now on this drive. Sack first down. You've just thrown an incompletion, so 3rd in California. Defense knows you're probably going to throw it. What can you dial up here?
On 3rd and long, he'll need to loosen up that arm. Just threw that one away to avoid disaster.
It's been a tale of 2 drives for this defense early on, right? They came out starting really slow. A lot of touchdown on the opening drive, but they're finally settling in here on this one. Obviously, it wasn't perfect. They did give up 1 first down, but really nice job there on that 3rd down pass defense, forcing the incompletion, now trying to set up a punt.
He makes the fair catch, and they'll spot the ball at the 18. This drive will start from the 19-yard line. To the air, it's Reed. He's got an open man. They knock him down, but he's got enough to get it across the line and pick up the first down.
Good for a fighting Texas Aggie.
Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. To the air on first down. Bringing the heat. Firing deep. He's got it inside the 25. And the tackle is made, but not before that completion gets them 30-plus.
Well, this quarterback has found a really nice rhythm here on this drive. He just looks dialed in. He's doing a great job in the pre-snap, seeing the safety rotation, and that time saw the one-on-one matchup to take a shot, and he hit it. He's in a really, really nice groove right now.
That last play has this defense on its heels. Now it's 1st and 10 from the 21. Going to try to pop one on the screen. Now the connection takes it to the 11.
Love the execution there on the screen. The running back shows pass protect, pass protect. Last second turns around, so he's able to get the ball. The D linemen have already run past him. Now he can turn upfield for a big gainer.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. On the run, it's Moss. Wrestled down at the 8-yard line as they threaten deep in the red zone. They'll immediately call timeout. Texas A&M will line up with a 1st and goal. Motion from the wideout. He'll take it himself. He's got it down to the 1-yard line right on the doorstep of Pater. Quick timeout call by the offense after the play. Looking for just 1 more yard. It's 2nd and goal. Pushes ahead. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
Man, and that's a frustrating play when you go in reverse near the goal line, goal-to-go situations, Palmer. You got to get those positive yards. You can't go backwards if you're trying to get a touchdown.
You know, I'm trusting in my quarterback here to make the right decision. Looks like we're going to have to throw it, right? But if it's not open, just throw this thing away. You don't want to take a sack, lose extra yardage here. Just be smart with the football.
He wants it all. Almost intercepted in the end zone, and what a red zone stop that would have been. It'll be 4th down.
Man, what a great break on the ball. Way to knock it down. But, man, this situation, they're almost in field goal range, had a chance to maybe take some points off of the board. It's a big play that we might circle back to later.
And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. Absolutely perfect. And, guys, after the field goal, now they have the lead. So they're lining up to kick it off after that last drive. Put a 3-spot on the board, and now the defense will try to shut him down. He'll bring it out from inside his own 10. Really disciplined job by the coverage unit to get down there and make the stop at the 19. The give on the counter. May not be the most memorable play of the day, but it's important as he gets them out to the 25-yard line. That's the end of the 2nd quarter. That means it's time to join Kevin and our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in College Station for a fun first half than you? And a lot of coaches will say limiting the big plays and maybe hitting on a few yourself is key. But I'm more of a move the chains guy. Give me efficiency every day of the week and twice on Saturday. The offensive unit that subscribes to the less is more philosophy might be the one that leaves here today with a big, fat W. And with that, let's send it back to the guys at Kyle Field.
He'll bring it out. It's Starling. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Trying to set the tone on the ground in the 2nd half. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Give to the running back. And how about that play by that giant, that mountain of a man on the defensive front?
Well, there's just nowhere to go for the runner on that last play. Just way too much penetration up front, and as a result, they lose yardage.
The roar of the crowd trying to fuel this defense to keep them pinned in their own end. To the air, it's Barnes. He lobs one high down the left side. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Well, after struggling so much in the first half, you thought they would have made some adjustments here at halftime to see if they can open up this passing game. But early on in the second half, you're just not really able to get that done. Incompletion on third down in your own end, you're expecting them to punt.
They punted away on fourth down. Hauls it in and looking upfield. Not able to pop the big return, but they've got the ball back and ready to go with a fresh possession. So here comes the Texas A&M offense back onto the field. The sledding has been tough. Scores have been at a premium, Jesse, and every possession seems like it could switch the momentum of the game.
Yeah, Reese, for this offense, just feels like they just haven't been as physical. And for this offensive coordinator, David, he's having to go deep into the playbook just to try to generate a first down.
Well, and the good thing is there's not a ton of game pressure because the other side's not scoring either. But if you can find that one thing, get that one positive play, and then maybe you get those juices going and something can start to build.
Second down, he'll throw it. Caught near the sticks. It's Moss. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down. They built this offense around finding mismatches and just get the ball to the back and let him do his thing.
Yeah, it didn't have to be long down the field. Like it threw it right near the line of scrimmage, but you know I got a guy, when he gets in space, he can make big plays happen. Nice decision by the QB.
They'll leave it with the lone back. The Aggies in a good spot here with second and short. They go to the ground. He breaks a tackle. He had all kinds of company as soon as he got it. He had to fight his way back just to get to the line of scrimmage.
That's a great individual play, and I love cornerbacks that don't just take pride in covering guys. I like guys that like to put their face in the fan and affect the running game. This dude is physical, and he impacts the defense because of it.
And those guys are really hard to find. A lot of corners, they're smaller. They don't want any part of the physical run game. Nice job sticking his face in there, setting the edge, making the tackle.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the third quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Quarterback keeps it, and he gets it back to the 4-yard line and no farther. They'll give it another shot on second and goal from the 4. To the ground with the back. And he takes it in for the score. Touchdown, Aggies. Offense gets the job done again. You want to build that cushion as we get deeper into the second half.
Man, it makes it easy, doesn't it? You start getting up by a couple possessions, making the offense very predictable on the other side. Great job by the offense extending their lead.
On to attempt the try.
Kicker on for the extra point.
And with the extra point, they're now up by a touchdown and a field goal at 10. So a drive that started just beyond midfield, only 49 yards, and they finish it off with the score from the 4. Kickoff unit on the field, and this defense will be called on to protect this lead. Looking for blockers. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. They'll run it from the gun. Got the first down and still on his feet. Just what they were looking for to get this drive rolling. They're out to the 35.
And that is exactly why you stick to running the football. Haven't had a lot of success, but boom, you pop one, right? That's what you got to do. You cannot become one-dimensional and just throw the football every down. Love the offense sticking to the run. Nice job getting the first down.
Fires to the big fella. He's out across the 40, out of bounds at the 41, and execution continues to be key.
Man, we're seeing the tight end used more and more in the passing game. You see him moving inside. You see him moving outside. You see him moving in the box to block people. So here they put him in the slot and just have a nice little pitch and catch session.
And the Aggies with a 2nd and short to keep this drive moving. The give to Davis. Not much running room there thanks to this senior defender.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
The 12th man more than standing at the ready. They are bringing the heat on 3rd down. He's not even going to make it back to the line of scrimmage as the defense gets big-time penetration.
Well, that time on 3rd down, they're trying to see if they can catch the defense napping. They go with the option play, but a great job by the defense being alert, being aware, anticipating it may come. Nothing there. They forced a negative play, now setting up 4th down.
They kick it away on 4th down. Fair catch is made, and they'll mark it at the 19. We've reached the break, and Texas A&M leads it. They've built a cushion. They've got a nice lead. Now the task is finish the deal as you take a look at the 3rd quarter stats. Not only is the scoreboard on their side, but so too is time as we open the 4th. So 1st down, we'll open up the final period. He's in open space downfield.
And you're seeing his dynamic ability to run the football, that time on the option play. I know he doesn't pick up the 1st down, but that's still a good chunk of yardage, and the defense wasn't ready for it. Moving forward, expect the offense to go back to the option play again and see if someone will finally take the quarterback and force him to pitch it.
The Aggies with myriad options after that big pickup on 1st down. And some room to work. He moves the chains, and they'll mark the ball at the 33.
The defense didn't blitz. They didn't have everybody in gaps, and the offensive line took advantage at the point of attack, getting some push, opening up a hole, and the offense ripping off a nice run there.
With the 1st down, they'll put it in play from the 33. They'll give it to him again. They went right back to him, and this time the defense was all over him. Nothing to show for that run.
How about the job by this defense today? They knew what they were getting into. A really good running back. We talked to him this week. It was the main focus point of this offense, stopping the run game, stopping the run game. Boy, have they showed up and showed out and answered that challenge.
Wants to throw. It's Reed. Pulls it in. It's Bussey. He's close to the 1st down, but they're going to mark him just a little short.
This offense is not letting up, guys. They've got a lead here late, and they are still taking shots. They're still looking for explosive plays. This defense just has not had an answer here all game long.
And the Aggies are at the line trying to move the sticks on 3rd and short. He'll keep it on the sneak.
Well, and he gets stuffed on that QB sneak. He's just not doing a really good job of reading the crease and finding a little space to kind of tuck into and drive his feet. He's just running himself into a wall, Dave.
Well, and how about the big boys up front? Make a crease, push somebody back, create some space. There was nowhere to go.
The Aggies send out the punt team to kick it away. That thing was down for a while, but the big bounce carried it into the end zone, and it'll be a touchback. They'll snap it from the 20 for the opening play of this drive. Looking downfield on 1st down. Makes a connection. He goes out of bounds right at the 37-yard line. A good, productive play there to get things going. Good start to this drive, and they'll need much, much more if they're going to give them a finish.
They need a ton more of this, but you got to start the drives great. The first play needs to be really good. That was a good start. Now we got to keep building on it, and we got to do it in a hurry.
Caught over the middle. It's Lane. Oh, he's got some space. A big play. Gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44.
Well, trailing late here in the 4th quarter, what an effort catching the ball in the middle of the field, knowing he's got to try to save as much clock as he can, and he's able to get himself out of bounds and do just that. That was incredible.
It's 1st and 10 from the 44-yard line. Looking for a man. It's Barnes. He'll try to do it himself. Got to protect the merchandise. Gets down without taking a hit.
You know, we don't see this very much in college football anymore. Quarterbacks just taking care of their bodies and making smart decisions. Get down on the ground so you don't take one of these big hits from these nasty defensive players, and just give yourself a chance to make it through the rest of this game.
The 2-minute timeout arrives, and we have certainly seen miracles in college football, and they will certainly need one here. Here comes the offense on 2nd down. Trying play action. Fires to the tight end. Stop just inside the 30 at the 29. It's a 10-yard pickup and a 1st down. These routes have some reads and adaptability built in, and the big fella found that cushion and made the play.
Man, it's so awesome how much offenses have evolved. They know exactly what they're getting, where to sit down, quarterback, tight end, on the same page, gets the 1st down.
He'll take a shot. And it's grabbed for the late touchdown. And how about this? It's not over yet.
Well, the offense did their part. You're just trying to apply some pressure on the opponent, right? Yeah, you're down right now, but if you can find a way to get the ball back with some time on the clock, they're within striking distance still to win this game.
Lining up for the PAT. And with the extra point, they close it to a 17-14 game. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they cover the final 29 yards with that touchdown pass. The kickoff unit is out there, and boy, did that last drive quiet this crowd. On the run from inside his own 5. He was hoping for something a little more dynamic, but they get him on the ground at the 20. A lot of field in front of them as they open this possession from their own 20. Under fire. That pressure got to him, and he just had to chuck it out of bounds.
Well, the ball's barely touched the ground every time this guy's been dropping back so far in this game. That's one of the rare misses we've seen from him so far.
What will they dial up on 2nd and a long way to go? Smart move to keep it on the ground. Ran right through the defender, and now he's still running. Quick timeout call by the defense, stopping the clock to save as much time as possible for their offense.
And that's exactly what you would expect from this offense. Listen, when you're in that 1 to 2 minute range and you got the football and you got a lead, it's smash mouth, it's keep that clock running, it's ground game. So interesting now on this 3rd down what they do next, but we got to keep that clock moving.
Works his way out to the 36-yard line before being pushed out of bounds. Looks as if we have an injury on that last play, and we'll take a break to check him out. A&M comes back out with another 1st down. Looking downfield, it's Reed. Throws to the tight end. And they took a shot on that one, but couldn't make the connection. It's incomplete.
Very few times can you get a guy that wide open in a game, and when you do, you have to capitalize on it. That QB knows it. Look at him. You could tell he knows he missed a huge opportunity. Not only could he tell, everyone in the stands could see that guy was absolutely wide open.
Turning it on! Brings him down at the 48. It's a gain of 15 and a 1st down. Timeout called there by the defense, desperate to get the ball back and save as much time as possible. They'll line up right at the 48-yard line on 1st and 10. The quarterback takes a knee.